Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope this video find everyone doing well and in good spirit. Guys, let me tell you what I will be sharing with you guys today. This is a very special recipe and I'm really happy to share it with you guys. This was going to be in the cookbook, and because there's a story behind this recipe. Let me tell you what this recipe is. This here is chicken and rice for the soul. Guys, I was born in the 50s, and my mama didn't have any sisters, but she had aunties and stuff on her dad and her mama's side. And when they got down sick, she usually was the one that, cooked for them and kind of helped with them and nourished them back to health. And one of the main things she used in raising us up, raising up the family and helping family members, when somebody gets sick and having whatever kind of problems, she would fix chicken and rice. She really believed in chicken and rice. And in my cookbook, guys, I'm gonna tell you some other things that she did with rice that really help you when you had certain ailments. Some of these things, back then, they believed in it. They know that it really did help. And as I got older, and people was going to the doctors and stuff more, they when they got sick and when they went home and the family had to care for them, and especially on my mama's side, the doctors would say, how that whatever was did just kind of really, saved them and brought them back because they was in bad shape. So guys, like I said, I'm gonna have to get on with this video simply because we're supposed to get some bad weather here today. And like I told you, this is some chicken and rice. I'm going to show you I'm going to be talking you through it. And talking about other stuff too as I go. But right here, guys, I got 5 chicken thighs. Now when you make this chicken and rice, the way my mama used to do it when she was fixing it for somebody that was, a family member that was sick or whatever, she used to keep the skin on. Like maybe she would fix a whole chicken or whatever, but I'm just using the thighs. Now you can take a couple of skin off of the thighs or whatever, but when I was taught to make this chicken and rice and stuff, was a family member was sick, you kept the skin on. You may take, if you was gonna fix, because sometimes they would maybe only put like a couple of pieces of chicken in there, and they would keep the skin on. But since I got these 4 chicken thighs here, I started to take a couple of take the skin off a couple of them, but I didn't. So guys, I already got the thighs seasoned. Now you can season this whatever way you want to. If you're just fixing chicken and rice, especially if you're fixing it to serve to someone that's sick, having stomach problems or whatever, you can just put salt and pepper. But we're having this for dinner. My husband, dad was sick last week, and I fixed some chicken and rice up there to take. For him to take to him, because I was thinking of something that could be soft, and then I knew that would help with the stomach. That rice and stuff would help with the stomach. So that's the reason I'm doing the chicken thighs, because Tuck had bought a big pack of them. I was only needing just a few of them. And then after I fixed the rice and he took the stuff up there to Dad. And I wasn't even thinking about that because I just don't know, I wasn't thinking about it. And after he went up there and visited with his dad and stayed a while, because his dad lived approximately about 35 miles from us, and he came in and he said, did you save me some of the chicken and rice? Tell her to. I said, no, I wouldn't even. I said, I wasn't even thinking about that. I said, why didn't you tell me? I'd have been glad to thank you to do it. Because he had tested the rice, and I wanted to make sure that he think it was soft enough. Because the way I cook my rice, when I'm cooking it for somebody that's sick, and they need something soft, I do the timing to certain degrees of doneness and stuff with the rice. Because, you know, once you turn the rice off, it's going to continue to cook. And I didn't want to get the rice mushy. So these are the seasonings and stuff that I got on mine, but you can use what you want to. And now this here is some, you see what this is? It says zero.
Hold it down. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Zero salt chicken.
Hold it still. Hold it still. Okay.
I'm trying to shake it up because I'm getting ready to use it.
Oh, okay.
Zero salt. This is some chicken bouillon. Grounded stuff. This is by well, I don't know, whatever kind you can find with zero salt. Guys, I used to use a chicken bouillon like that, but I found out it has MSG in it, and I can't tolerate that. This stuff makes me sick. So that was one of the reasons I found it. And now I got some chicken broth. We're going to use some chicken broth. That's something that you're going to have for it. Even though when you boil this chicken, the broth don't come from it, I'm going to use some extra chicken broth with it for the flavor, because nothing have flavor and stuff like it used to back in the days. And if you're not old enough to know that, then you know, and if you're old enough to know it, you understand. So guys, I'm going over to the stove, and like I say, now I have some no salt seasoning, and all of this got no salt and stuff in it, simply because when I discovered with those seasonings, different all-purpose seasoning salt, some of that stuff is double loaded with salt. It's absolutely too salty, so I don't really even try it. I just go back to my natural herbs and stuff and just put a small amount of that. And then and if you have to add salt when you get these no salt products, use them for the flavor, and then you still can control the amount of salt or sodium that you add, the salt that you add to the dish. You probably, you know, it's going to make the flavor so good and so intense. You probably going to, you know, I'm going to put a half a teaspoon like I did for Daddy now, because Daddy loves salt. And he ain't gonna really take too kind of to having stuff without salt. But I put a half a teaspoon in there, and he told Gary that it was just really good. So guys, what I'm going to do is move over to the, and then I got 1 cup of rice. Now back in the days we used mahogany. How you pronounce that? Mm-hmm. And either China doll. And I'm not going to rinse this rice. That's one of the things they did not do when they were using this rice if someone was sick. They believed in that starch. Now look up and research anything you want to, telling you may don't have the starch or whatever. I'm just sharing with you guys something that is a very important thing in my life, because you don't never know when you may have to prepare food for a sick loved one. And then if you're not preparing their food right, and preparing something that they can eat with according to whatever ailment they got, you can make them even sicker. So guys, I'm going to move over to the stove.
Are you going to show us all the seasoning stuff you put on all this? You just showed the zero salt.
Well, I got, do an onion. This is a regular onion. You can put a white or either yellow onion or sweet onion. This is 1 onion, and this is 2 stalks of celery. I even got the green leafy part on it. Just chop that up. And this is some turmeric. You know, guys, I told y'all in the past, I always try to get a little turmeric in wherever I can. I'm going to only use a 1/4 of a teaspoon in there, which I put just a 1/4 of a teaspoon in there for Daddy when I fix his stuff. And then I normally put maybe about a teaspoon of this, and it's this very low. I hope I got a teaspoon left. And then I normally put a little poultry season. And I got some
Hold
here.
it around. Let me see it.
Wait a minute, to say poultry season. I got some poultry season here. But for some reason or another, I couldn't find it. And I said, I ain't going through all of that. But this is a little thyme. And I'm going to put a fourth of a teaspoon of that in the rice. Guys, I'll be showing you what I'm going to be doing when I get over there. Now, if you want to look at the seasoning and see what I'm going to use, you can use it. But I would recommend that you use your own seasoning that you're accustomed to, and you know the flavors and whatever and all that stuff. But if you're fixing for somebody sick, be careful what you put in there. And you may not, according to how sick they is and what their stomach and stuff can take, you may come out better just using the salt, the pepper, and the onions and the celery. Okay, guys, I'm getting ready to go over to the stove, and then we're gonna take this recipe up from there. I am so happy to share it with you guys. Okay, guys, you're probably gonna need at least a 4-quart saucepan, but I fixed it and I prepared it this last week, and this was big enough. Now I'm getting ready to pour my chicken broth. Now this here says reduced sodium, guys, and the reason I'm using this is because we accidentally picked it up, and I I wasn't gonna waste it. But use this whole, I think this is about 32 ounces. I'm gonna put this whole container over in here. It smells good. And I have my burner turned on, right now I got it on 3. I'm gonna turn it up probably 5. See what I'm doing, guys? I'm gonna have this, will you take that from me, please? Thank you. I'm gonna have this this broth and all this stuff simmering until I get my chicken ready. And then I'm gonna show you where I'm gonna go from there. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go ahead on and put this, this is a 1/4 of a teaspoon. I could have just sprinkled it over in there, but I don't want it too yellow. I'm going to put this 1/4 of a teaspoon of the turmeric over here. You guys, this is the it's only probably about a teaspoon of this in here. It's only gonna be flavor to it. I'm just gonna dump that in there. Put you maybe about a teaspoon, a couple of teaspoons. But what you're gonna do?
Teaspoon, what's that?
This is a chicken bouillon stuff, but it's the granular kind. And if you just have the cubes or something, usually about a couple of cubes of that.
And 0 salt. Okay.
Yeah, but all that's 0 salt. Okay, guys, I'm gonna turn my burner on this skillet over here. I'm gonna be getting this ready. And if you use the thyme, use anywhere from I think I'm gonna go ahead on and put a 1/2 a teaspoon, because you know that poultry season, that's basically like thyme and sage mixed together. It had something else in there. I don't know what it is. I got my skillet heating up, and I has probably about a tablespoon and a half of that extra virgin olive oil. These are the flakes. These are the thyme flakes, but this is fine. They're going to give it the proper seasoning, flavor that I'm looking for. And that was a half a teaspoon of that. Now when this stuff cook and all that stuff and everything get to marinate together, I will taste it and see what else, I need to add to it. Can you move over this way?
Go ahead, I see you.
Just spraying that chicken. I'm spraying that little oil I put in here. You don't need to put much oil, especially when this olive oil won't hurt too bad. Because let me tell you, believe it or not, everybody always talking about no fat and low fat and all that kind of stuff. You can't remove all the fat out your body. And I'm gonna stir this up. So guys, you see what I did with the chicken broth and my little other seasoning? I got it heating up over here in this boil. I'm going to show you the next step. And guys, you can fix this recipe just like you want it if you follow these thing trying to tab or whatever it is going on with it. Yeah, you can customize it like you want to, but I do recommend that you use this process of this method that I'm doing it if you want to get the maximum flavor and deliciousness out of it, because it's really delicious. But, a lot of things you can leave out if you're fixing for somebody sick. But if you're fixing chicken and rice with the chicken broth and all that and the onions and celery, if you got somebody sick, they probably going to tell you that they have a lot of them to say, oh, you cured me. And my mom used to do stuff with potatoes, boiled potatoes like white potatoes and sort of similar to this and make like a soup and stuff. And it was just like, just kind of get them, because when you're sick and you lose your appetite and you can't eat and stuff like that, you're going to get worse. But if your body and stuff is not operating like it's supposed to, you just can't have, you can't go in there and fix a person some fried chicken and something like collards or something. You got to start them off with something light that they can hold down or won't make them sick or whatever, and put minimum amount of seasoning. But my mama did that chicken and rice stuff, and they usually didn't take about 2 or 3 days, and the person was back on, ready to go. I don't know what's happening to my thing to her. Okay guys, now I'm going to take this chicken. I'm going to take my hand and I'm going to start it off skin side down. Guys, I got this chicken sort of at room temperature. I always told you when you're doing your meats and stuff, I always take them out and take it out. Don't just put them in the skillet and stuff. Spray it out the refrigerator. Like I season these chicken up, I'm going to do this video and set it in the refrigerator about 45 minutes before it's time for me to do this. I had went in and just let it sit out on the counter so it can get room temperature. Okay, can I come behind you?
I got it.
I need to wash my hands. Okay. You can put it on over, but I need to come over there and wash my hands. You stand right up between you, a real cameraman today, right? Right, Tuck?
Every day.
Every day. I don't make videos every day.
Every day that I'm videoing.
What are you talking about? I'm very simple, make videos. Man, I can knock that over. Okay, guys, all I'm going to do is brown this chicken. You ain't got to go do a whole lot. But that's going to bring up the flavors in it. And this dish is fantastic. Okay, give me Catlin over into June.
Yep. Fine.
Must have been the smell took me. You want some of this chicken when I fix it today at the last week.
Taste too.
Oh yeah, I forgot to do taste. Why did you tell me that you wanted some of it? Because I fixed plenty.
Wasn't no big deal. I just thought maybe you left some here.
You know, when I normally fix stuff for him, I always send it off. So he'll have enough for a few days. Okay, guys, this is something else. Now, when I get this chicken over into that chicken broth, I'm going to let this chicken cook before I add the rice to it. But I'm not going to keep you on camera for it. I'm going off and coming back. And since we wanted that chicken soft for Daddy, he has to eat some kind of soft. I think I cooked it. Because I cooked it and we took it right on the troy. What do I think, about an hour and a half to 2 hours? Can you remember? So you kept asking how long it was going to take.
Yeah, something about like that.
I think it was probably about an hour and a half. But that you won't, you know, you may not want to cook it that long if you're just cooking it for dinner or something like that. I'm going to turn this chicken over. Ooh, that smell is... I think the light be blinding me, guys. I already can't see what's missing again.
So you just kind of searing that chicken. You're not really cooking it.
Good.
Not in the frying away.
No. Just searing it. Now, you know, if it's somebody that's stomach or stuff really messed up, you can eliminate this step, guys. And just go ahead on and put it in the chicken broth, or either just some plain water. Because once you boil this chicken, it's going to make it broth. But like I told you guys, we don't have the flavor and stuff is not as good as it used to be back in the days. Believe that if you want to or not, but I know for a fact it's not. And so you got to hit it out with your seasoning. That's the reason some people just overdo it with all these different seasonings, salts and stuff like that, trying to get that flavor. But what they're doing is just over salting their food. Because the first ingredients in most of them seasonings and stuff, when I start paying attention to that, I just started using one. And my favorite seasoning and stuff is so full of salt now, I cannot really use it. And that was one my mama used to use. I'm not going to call her name because, you know, let this go for maybe another minute. I did what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put this chicken right on over there in that chicken broth. How about that, guys? I told you, they may know so many different ways to cook stuff till, you know, I don't even know what I be sharing with you guys or not. Some of these things I was told not for the cookbook. And now, when I do the cookbook, I plan on, that's what I'm trying to find one, that is certain stuff in there, and this is one of them, the chicken and rice. I had a story to tell with that. It's a small story. I was going to tell you how that kept a lot of people alive. Not only my mama, a lot of the elders and stuff knew that fixing that chicken and rice, different kind of ways. It's the way that they did it for babies. Little 1 or 2 month old babies and stuff that was having problems with the colic and diarrhea and stuff like that. They did it away with that. Turn it back on the inside just a minute. I always like to get my skin brown. It's kind of brown your skin. I can't see nothing with that light. And I tell you, after I brown this chicken, guys, I'm gonna take the same little oil that's in this, and I'm gonna put my onions and peppers in it and saute that and put it over in the broth.
Onions and your celery.
Celery, yeah, celery. When you got somebody sick, guys, now that's one thing you don't need to do. Don't put no bell pepper up in there. We really didn't have much bell peppers in the days when we were growing up. And I hear a lot of people say now that they can't eat bell pepper because of inflammation, and they make their arthritis and stuff act up. But we didn't really have much bell pepper back in the day. Okay, guys, look, that's all the brownness is needed. See what I'm doing? Just add it over into that chicken broth. And I'm going to put some water in here too. When I get my guys, if you like to see the
thighs.
I think Spoken at it. And it was 5 of them left in that pack. So see what I'm doing, guys? Just add it right over into the chicken broth and stuff that I got. I'm going in with my onions. In front of it. And my celery. We'll only do this for maybe about a minute. You get me a American toast. Okay. me a cup of water in there. Guys, you know they changing everything.
Here you go.
And guys, I forgot to tell you, we're gonna need 1 cup of water. And I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do with that in just a minute. How many of you guys take these smooth surface stoves like I do? I done got used to it. Because I gave them a fit trying to get a stove like I had before. The first time I went through Sears and they was able to get me something, get me what I wanted. But I had to give it up this time. Couldn't find one. And guys, I had no seasoning on that meat. No, I didn't have any salt on that meat. I put pepper. And I'm just going to take just a pinch of salt and put it right there. And then once I get my rice and everything in there, I'll taste and see what kind of salt do I need in it. Okay, I let these kind of saute the meat no more about a minute. Because see, if you get them close to done, soften pretty good, and it's not going to take them chicken thighs long to cook. Because you don't want to overcook it. But you can adjust it, like if a person don't have teeth and can't the meat kind of soft, you can boil it long without even over boiling it like I'm doing it back here. Okay guys, I'm gonna go ahead on and put this water up in here. And just let it come back to a boil. Just sort of kind of deglazing all of that seasoning that's on the bottom of this skillet. All it's going to do is make this stuff pop, 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 pop. Guys, leave me a comment and tell me whether or not you guys, when you have somebody sick, or if you ever had somebody sick and you had to prepare the food for, did you fix this here chicken and rice? I know most people give them that chicken soup out the can, but I ain't too sure about that crap. Run back and boil. See, pass me that. Top of that top.
That noise made that scrubbing noise trying to reach it.
That's alright. Okay, what you thought talking for the camera? Okay guys, I'm gonna turn my burner off. I'm just gonna go through this one more time and making sure I'm getting all the good drippings and stuff from the bottom of here. And I don't feel anything giving me any kind of resistance that is on there. And then I'm going to just pour it over into this here chicken and rice.
That stuff smelling good already.
I wish you had told me, but I'm glad you didn't. Because that made me think that I need to share this recipe with the guy. I was just going to have it in the cookbook for him. So I need to share this with him. And tell him the little story in the video. Okay guys, you see that I have everything over in there. I'm not going to put any other seasoning in it right now until it's in chicken cook. I'm gonna set my timer right now for 1 hour. Then I'm gonna come back in and test and see what's going on. But until this, and I'll tell you how long I cook this chicken when I get back. But when I come back on, I'm going to put the rice in it and tell you how the little procedure as to how I do that. And then after the rice, because it's not going to take that rice long to cook. And then what I tell you, what I'm going to tell you about cooking the rice. And then the video will be over, guys. Alright guys, I'll be back when the chicken is done. Okay guys, we're back. And it's time to put the rice and the chicken. The chicken been cooking almost an hour and a half. Guys, whatever how you like your chicken thighs, that's how long you cook them. You want to cook them till they done, but I boil these a little. I boil them longer. I was thinking about how I was doing it for my father-in-law. But I'll show you. The chicken is done. Ooh, and that broth on there. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to put this back in the pot. And I'm getting ready to put the rice in. Why you don't want to get off of here? Get that. That's it all right now. Guys, I cooked this chicken on a medium low. And if you can see over in the pot, can you see over in the pot tub? See the biggest of the liquid. I want them to see where the liquid point is. Because sometimes you may have to add more rice. More water to your liquid. According to how low it boils down. But you're going to need at least a couple of cups. And if you're trying to make a rice soup, sort of, with a lot of liquid, because my father-in-law like a lot of broth, you know, you may have to add more water. Like I say, do not wash your rice. Just pour it on over here. On top. And then on your rice. Get it all stirred down in there. Tuck is ready for this chicken, guys. Yep, been thinking about it ever since I fixed it for Daddy. So when I went ahead on and do it. Now I'm going to turn the burner up to a 5. And guys, I'm going to let this rice come back to a boil. Get it situated on this thing. Now you got to use the right consistency to what you like. Now if you want a lot of liquid in your rice like that, you're going to use a lot of judgment with this rice. Now I'm going to set my timer to 15 minutes. And this is where your judgment come in. Now with my father-in-law, I had to leave enough liquid in it for it to be sort of like a soup. but my rice was completely done. Now you don't want to cover it at this point to get that rice with the right consistency. Just go ahead on and let it boil for 12, 13, 14 minutes. And then when you turn it off, you're going to put your lid back on the rice. And then you're going to have to be checking and making sure that you have enough liquid. If you don't have enough liquid, just put you like maybe a half a cup of water in here. Just kind of go in between your rice and stuff and loosen it up. Let that because when you put your cover back on there, that's when the rice is going to finish cooking and swelling. I'm going to turn this down just to a 3, and I'm going to let it cook down at 3 for maybe about 12 minutes, and then I'm gonna check it. If the grains seem like they're ready done, then I'm gonna put my lid back on it and put the lid on and let it stay on maybe about 3 to 4 more minutes until it kind of swell up, and I'll be checking the liquid in and the consistency in and see is it is it ready. Okay guys, when I come back, the rice will be finished. And I know a lot of you guys probably know how to cook rice, but what I told you, if you don't understand what I'm saying, you can always send me an email. But you see how I got it boiling now. Like I said, I'm gonna let it go for maybe close to 15 minutes to get to that done point. And then to get it to finish cooking it, I will put the cover on it, and then I'll be watching it and see if it's not getting too mushy or too whatever, that it's going to stay loose like a soup, similar to a soup. But that when I put that cover on, it's going to finish cooking it. But if you let it, you let the cover stay on too long or whatever, it can easily overcook. You can overcook it at this point. So you're going to have to be watching it, using your judgment, and testing it for doneness. Guys, I'll be back when the rice is finished. Hey guys, I popped back on real quick to show you this here. And I might not explain it myself thoroughly to you. But I don't know if you can see the rice. But I went off and I was going to come back on right before now to show you what I was talking about. You see how the rice is really cooking? Okay. I got a little water in here because I know when this rice finished swelling, I need some more liquid. And that's about 1/4 of a cup. Can you see over in the pot too? Okay, now guys, this is probably what I didn't explain to you. Now this was at that's probably 13, 14 minutes. I say about 13. And I added that little water to it. Now I'm going to turn my burner off and put the cap to it and let that what you call it, resilient heat here. That's what's gonna finish cooking it all the way. But you're still gonna have to. I'll probably move mine off this burner because that thing really continue to cook. But I'm gonna turn it off, send it off, and then let that resilient heat, whatever you call it, finish cooking it. And then I'll come back and show you the finished product. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, I'm back, and this is the finished product of the chicken and rice for the soul. Guys, I hope you guys try this chicken and rice and take into account what I said about back in the days, That's what they used to feed them. Now, I did a whole lot of extra because this is our dinner. But I told you the basic steps as to what you do, how you use your seasoning. And I try to show you how to get your liquid content right. Now, when I took it up to my father-in-law, it was a lot soupier than this. So let me just show you how we have ours, guys. Now, the chicken, I must have been thinking about I was cooking it for Daddy. I could really cook that. It went off the bone. So let me show you what the rice and stuff look like. That's all the liquid we want in ours, guys. But you can put more liquid in it and let it set, and the rice will continue to swell. Now this rice that I'm using is basmati. Yeah, what's the name of that rice? Can you know? I'm not. Every time I try to pronounce it.
Balsamic rice.
No, that's the vinegar in it. This is the one that what's your name? It turned me on to, and I just fell in love in it. Basmati or whatever. I can write it in the. If anybody want to know the name of the rice, I can send it to you. I can't even pronounce it. I know the name of it, but I can't pronounce it right, guys. Okay, guys, this is it. This is your chicken and rice for the soul. You ever have anybody sick and you need them to get back to good health, and their appetite and stuff know it ain't gonna be right? You fix them up some chicken and rice. If you don't have to do nothing with it but salt and pepper, some onions and celery. That's the thing, guys. I really want to share this with you guys. So guys, we're gonna get ready to eat. And there's nothing else I can tell you or show you about this rice. All you got to do is try it. And I try to get the timing on it as close as possible, because normally I don't be timing it. You know I don't. I just be kind of going by, looking at it and whatever, going by ear. But I think with the timing, I came pretty close to telling you with the timing. You know, I always love to give y'all a general idea as to how much timing and stuff you gonna need to cook that, just in case I have some younger, inexperienced cooks out there and they don't really know. I can say cook to go and cook to tenders, cook to this and that, or either I can add salt to taste and stuff. I give you a general amount of salt that's gonna put it there, and then you put it to taste. And like if you you know, just add a little bit at a time, and don't ever try to go in if I say salt to taste and you already done put a half a teaspoon in there, either a teaspoon in there. Next time go in there and add maybe a fourth or either eighth of a teaspoon and let that settle and taste it. Don't go just putting another big pile of salt and stuff in it. I just thought I would say that to you guys. Guys, remember to thumbs up my video, leave me a comment, share it out, and that's all. It's been so long since I've been up before y'all cooking something. I just about forgot what I said. But I'm gonna bring you some more cooking videos, guys. Every time it run in my mind or spirit or stuff to share. But when I did this for my father-in-law, I said I got to share this with my YouTube family, and I just need to share it because I was gonna put it in the cookbook anyway. So, like I say, leave me a comment as to how you guys cook your chicken and rice like this. And then another thing, guys, you can use whatever parts of chicken that you want. These were just some thighs I had left over from fixing it for my father-in-law. So guys, I'll be showing you another garden update soon. Tuck has picked a big batch of what you call them here?
String beans, snap beans.
He called them string beans. And so we'll be taking a picture of that and showing that to you. And then I think I got some eggplants on the vine that I'll probably be showing you guys soon. And I enjoyed having that little garden talk with you, so I'll probably just be talking with you, just show you, give you an update on it, and just have a little small chit chat with you. So, all right, guys, remember what May always tell you guys: think positive, use your common sense, and May love you guys. And bye.
Bye, you guys.
See you in my next video.